Yes, guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. The Premier League came back with an absolute bang at the weekend with 34 goals. I think that's the second highest ever on an opening match week 1, I should say. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. No draws as well, so it was a very, very good weekend of Premier League football. So let's check how everyone did in match week number 1. I only got 5 points, bit of an average week for me. No perfect scores. No perfect scores. So hopefully that will be a lot better in the next one, shall we say. Top scorers, there were a tie actually in the comment section. Balam and Mohamed A both got 12 points. So very, very well done to Balam and Mohamed. So we move into match week number 2. And the first game to preview and predict is Liverpool against Burnley. 3 wins to Liverpool, 1 win to Burnley and 1 draw. And that win for Burnley came at Anfield last season by 1-0. I'm going to be honest, Liverpool were very, very good against Norwich. Weren't really tested by the Canaries. I mean, there were a couple of chances for Norwich, but Liverpool's attacking play was very, very good. Jota, Firmino and Salah getting all the goals as well. Mohamed Salah, incidentally, has become the first player ever in Premier League history to score in 5 consecutive opening day fixtures. So very, very well done to Mohamed Salah. Liverpool also scored their 8,000th goal as a football club as well. Roberto Firmino scored that as well. So it was a very, very good performance from Liverpool. A great start to the season for the Reds. And also the big news is that Jordan Henderson is looking likely to sign a new 3-year contract with the option of a 4th. Big news for Liverpool football fans on a Monday morning. That is for sure. Burnley. Have to say Burnley were very, very good in the first half. Obviously Tarkowski got them in the lead. Is it a foul on Mope? Well, I think Tarkowski is stronger than Mope. So, I don't think that was a foul. I think Goodmanson hit the post as well. And Burnley actually played really, really well. Brighton did threaten it a couple of times in that first half, but the second half was all Brighton. Brighton deserved to win. Very good play on the right-hand side. Plays it into Mope. Mope has a simple task and he scores. And then Alexis McAllister scores to win the match by 2-1 as well. So very good win for Brighton. And Burnley will be thinking that that was a game that they should have potentially won as well. But this game, I am going to go for Liverpool to bounce back against Burnley at Anfield. First game in front of a capacity crowd for a long time as well. Liverpool fans have been bouncing. This will be a very, very good game. Lunchtime kickoff. Liverpool 2, Burnley 1. I do think Burnley will get a goal. They always seem to get a goal at Anfield, so I'm going to go for Liverpool 2, Burnley 1. And now we move into Aston Villa against Newcastle. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 2 wins to Villa and 3 draws. The last result was a 2-0 win to Aston Villa. Well, Aston Villa, that was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? A 3-2 defeat to Watford. It has to be said, Watford played really, really well that day. Nice to see. John McGinn got a lovely goal. I'll say that now. Lovely play from Bailey. Bailey plays it to McGinn. McGinn, left foot strike. First time strike as well into the corner. Past Daniel Backman. No chance as well. And then very good trickery from Bertrand Traore. Gets him into the box and he is fouled by the Watford player. And then Danny Ings gets a good debut goal for Aston Villa. But to be fair, that was really most of a consolation because Watford deserved to win. I think Watford outran Villa in that midfield, and that might be a little bit of a cause for concern. That is for sure. But very, very good win for Watford. Aston Villa are back in front of their fans at Villa Park. And to be fair, Bailey came off the bench. I said in my last video I thought he would be isolating, but obviously I was wrong. So I think he'll probably start this game. So I think you'll see Buendia, Bailey, Watkins was injured. I think he'll be back for this game as well. And then Ings up front. So I think Villa have got a very, very good chance of winning this one. Newcastle, well. What I will say is that Newcastle were involved in an absolute classic. 4-2 win for West Ham. Alan Saint-Maximin has sent Declan Rice for a hot dog. I mean, he so much twists, turns, manages to beat him. What do all good number 9s do? Head it into the back of the net, and Callum Wilson certainly did that. It was a fantastic header from Callum Wilson, and Jacob Murphy as well scored a lovely header. Great play from Matt Ritchie, plays into the box. Jacob Murphy header, but that was all Newcastle got out of a 4-2 defeat to West Ham. But wonderful game of football, that one. Absolutely wonderful game of football. Steve Bruce. You know, people can say he can defend, but you know his Newcastle side can attack as well. So it was a very, very good game, that one. But for this game, I can really only see an Aston Villa win. It is a Villa Park. Villa back in front of their home fans. I am going to go for a 2-0 win to Aston Villa in this one. And now we have Crystal Palace against Brentford. Last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 2 wins to Palace, Crystal Palace, Brentford. This is all the way back in like the 40s, and basically it's 2 wins to Palace, 2 wins to Brentford, and 1 draw. I was looking at that earlier, and the last result was a 1-0 win to Crystal Palace. Well, Crystal Palace a 3-0 defeat to Chelsea. Disappointing. Chelsea did deserve to win. It was a very good performance from Chelsea. But Palace did feel that they had a couple of chances. Zaha had one in particular, took it too wide, and you know he's not going to score from that angle, unfortunately. But you know what, Crystal Palace, it's a disappointing start, but I don't think anyone expected them to get something out of that game. So disappointing for Palace, but they'll go again at Selhurst Park as they play Brentford, who won their first league game 2-0 against Arsenal. I have to say, Brentford thoroughly deserved to win. Absolutely deserved to win. The way that they played, the way that they attacked as well. I mean, you know, Brentford should have had a penalty. They should have had a penalty, but in that moment, Sergei Canos sees a chance at goal. He hits a shot. Lovely finish from Canos, and Canos scores Brentford's first goal of the Premier League era, and then a long throw. I love it. I'll touch on the Arsenal defending later on, but I'll tell you something. I thought Brentford getting that second goal were fantastic, and they were well worthy of their win, and a great start to life for Thomas Frank as well. So this is a very hard one to call. London derby, of course. So I'm actually going to go for a draw in this one. I think Brentford could cause Palace problems. I think Palace could cause Brentford problems as well. I'm going Crystal Palace 1, Brentford 1. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. We didn't have any draws in the last match week, so hopefully we'll have maybe draws in this one. And now, 2 sides who were on the end of, one team was on the end of an absolute battering. One team that managed to come back from defeat to win in this one. Leeds United against Everton. 1 win to Leeds, 1 draw, and 3 wins to Everton. The last result was a 2-1 win to Everton. Oh, Leeds. I don't know where to start. I watched the Manchester United Leeds game, and it's the same old problems that you had last season. You can't defend to save yourselves. Yes, you might have scored the best goal of the game. Luke Ayling, absolute thunderous strike into the top corner. No chance for David De Gea. But apart from that, too open. Way too open. McTominay, Pogba and Fernandes, that quartet in midfield had so much open space. It was a real easy win for Manchester United. And you know what, Bielsa is going to have to change his ways. He is going to have to change his ways if he's not careful, because Leeds will be on the end of absolute batterings every time they go away from home. They need to change their style away from home, I would say. But this is the first game in front of Elland Road fans. It's going to be a very interesting one, that is for sure. Everton, a 3-1 win against Southampton. And I have to say, Everton were well worthy of their win. Very stupid defending from Mikel though. Che Adams wins the ball back and he gets it to Adam Armstrong. And to be fair, Adam Armstrong was a cracking goal from Adam Armstrong. But Everton got back into the game, and it was a good win. Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin were the pick of the bunch, but Doucouré's goal, woohoo! What a strike! What an absolute rocket that one was into the top corner. So for this game, I'm going to go for another draw. I think Leeds United and Everton are going to draw this one. Leeds 1, Everton 1. Now we have Manchester City against Norwich City. Two sides on the end of defeats in the last game week. 2 wins to City, 2 draws, and 1 win to Norwich. So the last result was a 5-0 win to Man City. Manchester City lost again at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium without scoring a goal. Yeah. Where do we start? Man City, first 15 minutes. Very, very good. Very, very good. And then they stopped playing. They completely stopped playing. I don't know what happened, but Spurs were onto them like a... I mean, that front three, Lucas Moura, Son, and Bergwijn, they were very, very good yesterday. Really, really good for performance from Spurs. But Man City, I mean, they weren't great. They hardly created anything. I think Jack Grealish had 1 shot. Great debut, by the way. Jack Grealish gets himself booked. Almost got himself sent off as well. He was lucky he wasn't sent off, I thought, in that one. But Man City back in front of their Etihad fans. I fully expect them to bounce back in this one. Norwich City, welcome back to the Premier League, I'm afraid. Welcome back to the Premier League. Not a good performance against Liverpool. But their season isn't going to be defined on these games, is that one, for sure. I really feel sorry to say this, but I think City are the last team you want to play when they have just been beaten. I think this could be a long afternoon for the Canaries. I'm going Manchester City 6, Norwich City 0. I think Norwich City will be in for an absolute battering at the Etihad. And now we have Brighton against Watford. Two sides that were on the end of wins in the last game week. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 2 wins to Brighton, 2 draws, and 1 win to Watford. Last one was a 1-1 draw between the sides. Well, Brighton, a very good away win. Graham Potter, very good substitute, wasn't it? Alexis McAllister, very, very good substitution there. As well. Actually, it was a very, very good double substitution, but for the life of me, I can't actually remember who the other Brighton player was that actually came on. But it was a very good win for Brighton in the end. A 2-1 win at Burnley. And you have to say that Graham Potter did a very, very good job there. He did. But Brighton, back at home, 4 home wins all season. They need to improve their home form. They definitely need to improve their home form. Watford, 3-2 win over Aston Villa. I have to say, Emmanuel Dennis looks an absolute prospect, doesn't he? He looks really, really good. Very, very impressed with Watford. Thought they played really, really well against Aston Villa. And is it Cucu Hernandez who was on loan last season? And that was his first appearance, and he scored a wonderful goal as well. First Colombian to score in his Premier League debut as well. So very, very well done to Watford in that one. This is the 5:30 kick-off. I'm going to be honest, I think this will be a very, very narrow game. I don't think it's going to be I think it'll be a tight game. But Brighton's home form really worries me, and I am going to go for a 1-0 win to Watford. I think Watford could go away to Brighton and win by 1-0. And then we move into the Sunday games, and it's Southampton against Manchester United. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League, 3 wins to United and 2 draws. The last result was a 3-2 win to United. Southampton are on the back of a 3-1 defeat to Everton. I have to say they actually played well. They played well in that first half. Managed to obviously get the goal from Adam Armstrong. They did carve out another couple of chances as well, but the defending for all the goals was not great. Yes, they are missing a bit of a leader in the back there. Obviously, Vestergaard has gone to Leicester, so they definitely are missing a bit of a leader at the back, and that is worrying. That is worrying as well. But Southampton, just you would hope that they would not sell any more of their key players, but who knows? Who knows who's going to go next? Manchester United, on the back of a 5-1 win against Leeds. Some of the play was very, very good. Paul Pogba, 4 assists. I think that's more than he got last season. He got 3 assists last season. So he's already bettered his tally for last season as well. Bruno Fernandes hat-trick as well. I mean, what you can say. I mean, all 3 goals were taken very, very well. Hint of offside maybe on the hat-trick goal. Nah, I mean, thicker lines you might have been offside, but I think with the thicker lines this time, I think is much better for the benefit of the doubt of the attacker. That is for sure. So I think Manchester United. I think Cavani might be back. For this game. So Cavani's got a very good goal scoring record against Southampton. I think Southampton are in for a bit of a hammering. I really hate to say it, but I think Manchester United are on absolute fire right now. They've got Varane to come in, Sancho to come in. I think United might hammer Southampton again. I hate to say it, but I do think they will hammer them again. Not 9-0. I'm not going for 9-0, but I am going to go for Southampton 1, Manchester United 5, I think. I think it'll be a 5-1 win to Manchester United. And now we move on to Wolves against Spurs. Nuno Espirito Santo's return to Wolves. 2 wins to Wolves, 1 draw and 2 wins to Spurs. The last result was a 1-1 draw between the sides. Wolves actually played really well at the King Power and were unlucky not to go away with a I think a point. I think they might have deserved a point. Hamidama Traore, how did he miss? He's got the whole of the goal gaping and he puts it wide. I mean, Schmeichel did well to, narrow the angle, but he has to score there. And I think that changed the game because obviously up the other end, Ricardo Pereira to Vardy in the back of the net. That's just the simple things, really. But lovely to see Raheem is back. Lovely to see him back. I think it's great to see him back. Tottenham 1-0 win over Manchester City, and Spurs are really Manchester City's bogey side, aren't they? That's now 5 wins in a row at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Manchester City. It's great. It's great. They played really, really well. That attacking quartet, as I said yesterday, of Moura, Son, and Bergwijn. Who needs Harry Kane? I'm only joking. Tanganga, I thought he had a very good game as well, right back. So, going to be a very interesting game, this one. But I think Nuno's return to Wolves is going to end in defeat. I'm going Wolves 2, Spurs 1. I think Wolves will bounce back with the Molyneux faithful, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Wolves. And now we have probably the game of the weekend. It's Arsenal against Chelsea. 3 wins to Arsenal, 1 draw and 1 win to Chelsea. The last result was a 3-1 win to the Gunners. Oh, where do we start with Arsenal? Well, I called Brentford winning against Arsenal. I didn't think they would win with a clean sheet, but I tell you something, the defending from Arsenal for both goals was absolutely horrendous. It has to be said, Mari and Ben White had an absolute shocker. It wasn't the greatest of performances anyway. You don't allow Sergei Canos that amount of space to hit a shot, and Leno should save it. He should save it. And for all these people saying that I was wrong to put Leno in an average or poor tier list earlier this year or last year, maybe I was right. Maybe you are needing an upgrade in your goalkeeper. But I have to say, I thought Arsenal were terrible, and Schoolboy defended for the second goal. It's a long throw. It's like the Stoke City days. It's a long throw. Leno's in no man's land, and it goes to Norgard. Norgard has a simple task to head into the back of the net. But Arsenal need to improve, and Arteta, is he the right man for the job? Time will tell. I honestly don't see it. I don't see him being the right man for the job, but we will see what happens with that. Chelsea 3-0 win over Crystal Palace. Pulisic, good to see Pulisic back on the score sheet as well. And it was good. It was a great victory for Chelsea as well. Lovely goal from Trevoh Chalobah as well. So really, really good performance from Chelsea. But Lukaku meant to be making his debut. I think Lukaku will give Arsenal problems, but Arsenal back in front of their home fans. Arsenal have a knack of beating Chelsea, and I've got a feeling it might happen again. People are going to write off Arsenal for this game, but I've got a feeling that Arsenal will win this one. I've got a feeling that they will win. I'm going Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. Call me bonkers, whatever you like, but I feel that Arsenal will beat Chelsea. You lose to Brentford, and you beat Chelsea. Strange. Very, very strange. But yeah, I'm going 2-1 to the Gunners. And the final game to preview and predict is the Monday Night Football. It is West Ham against Leicester City. Last 5 meetings of the Premier League, 2 wins to West Ham, 2 wins to Leicester and 1 draw. The last result was a 3-2 win to West Ham. West Ham just showed the absolute clinical finishing of a team that, look, has not really strengthened the transfer market, but my goodness me, Benrahma, Antonio, very, very good performances, weren't they? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Well, I have to say, Cresswell scored a lovely goal to make that 1-1, and then Newcastle went back ahead, and then Benrahma scores a very, very good finish. It has to be said, really, really good finish from lovely cross from Antonio. Crosses into the box. Antonio with the header. He scores. That was 2-2, and then it was 3-2. Antonio misses a penalty. Great save by Woodman, but you can't do anything about Souček. Souček hammers it into the net to make it 3-2, and then Antonio scores like a clinical striker would, 4-2. Great win for West Ham. Really, really good win for the Hammers, and a lovely game of football that one it was as well. Leicester City won by a 0-0 against Wolves. Jamie Vardy again, still doing it at the age of 34. Very, very good striker is Jamie Vardy. So, I mean, Leicester did play well. This is a really hard one to call for me. I'm going to go for Desmond in this one. West Ham 2, Leicester City 2. I think there may be a couple of draws in this match week. So that is what I think in that game. So that is it. That is match week number 2 done and dusted. As I have said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Balam and Mohammed A, you will get a shout out in the next video. So I will go for my predictions very, very quickly. Liverpool 2, Burnley 1. Aston Villa 2, Newcastle 0. Crystal Palace 1, Brentford 1. Leeds United 1, Everton 1. Manchester City 6, Norwich City 0. Brighton 0, Watford 1. Southampton 1, Manchester United 5. Wolves 2, Spurs 1. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. And West Ham 2, Leicester City 2. So that is it. That is match week 2 done and dusted. As I've said, leave predictions in the comment section down below. And will we get more goals in match week number 2? We shall see what happens. But until then, it is goodbye from me. If you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. And enjoy your match week number 2. Arsenal-Chelsea, the match to look out for. See you later. Bye-bye.